sure everything is running.
Turn off
Oh,
all
what
my
the
sound.
hell?
Let's
Come on.
not working tonight.
No, it's just going slow. It was going slow earlier. Hopefully that's not a...
These pants are really like comfortable. Like they're satin on the inside, I'm pretty sure.
You're a turd. Alright, so that's running, that's running. We're live on YouTube at the least. Alright, and Facebook's updated and Discord updated. So hey everybody, my name's Joe.
I am also Joe.
Welcome back to SNES's Live today. August 1st, 1992, Mario Paint. Now...
I think I have a cut on my hand from falling earlier.
I feel like this has to be prefaced.
With?
Mario Paint did not age well. It's not going to. Mario Paint was a paint program and multimedia program designed in an era, the early 90s, when home computers were still pretty overly expensive and a lot of people didn't have them.
It's like a worse version of Microsoft Paint.
It is. Actually, you can't compose music in Microsoft Paint or animation in Microsoft Paint.
I'm just talking about the paint specifically.
Yeah, I mean, look at it this way. It is Microsoft Paint, but it's got a bunch of other extra stuff. And on today's computers, you can get all of this stuff for free, and it works great. This is a pretty rudimentary program as far as doing all of that, but it is still, for 1992, a fairly impressive program. So let's take a look. What do you think of the front cover box art? I mean, talk about
Mario painting.
Yeah, talk about delivering on what it's called, huh? Mario Paint. Mario with paint. But I like, you get a kind of feel here. So you've got the music notes in the background because you can compose music. You got your painting. Your tubes of paint aren't just solid colors. Some of them are patterns. You got a brick pattern and a cloud pattern. So that tells you that you're not just going to be dealing with solid colors here. Let's take a look at the back of the box. Now, the back of the box, they've gotten daring and done that thing where they do multiple screenshots. Now, I
actually really like this one.
I should say this was not a normal-sized game box either.
Because it had the mouse with it.
And the mouse pad. And the mouse pad was like a, I don't know, probably 8.5 by like 6 or 7 inch square of plastic. So the box was like that big. And so it's a much larger box, had a lot bigger screenshots, more of them, which is nice. You get to see a little bit of artwork here. Now, the car's pretty impressive looking. I mean, you've painted with Mario Paint. Could you get the car out of that?
No.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's not impressive. I was laughing because I was like, how do you even...
Just wait. I got another book for us to look at.
Is it full of just art?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So, along with the release of Mario Paint, because most games at this point were starting to release like player guides, like, you know, this is how you beat Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, and these are the secrets, and here's the maps, and all of this. Well, Mario Paint did something quite well along those lines, and we're going to get to it, but let's take a look at the box manual first. So, of course, you got your game manual. Again, you got the front cover of the paint. I guess I should say credit to Emu Movies. That is where I get most of my manuals, Emu ROMs. It's all color, of course. You get your little Mario there thing. Explains to you the mouse. I mean, geez, everybody grew up with a mouse now. And, you know, 2-year-old knows how to use a mouse. Back then, there were people who had no idea how to use a mouse, which is weird, isn't it? Explains your title screen, your drawing board, your colors, introduces you to the icons, your tools. And this is all this is. It's just a giant explanation of tools and all the things you can do in it. And it's pretty thorough. I do like this. If you want to learn another language, here's the alphabets in a couple other languages that they provide. Japanese, kanji. I don't know what these are. I mean, there's kanji down at the bottom, but I don't know what
I believe it's all Japanese.
Yeah, different dialects is my assumption. Your backgrounds, explains to you the music composer. And then, of course, if you keep going here, we're going to get to the options where you can save and load your work. The Nat Attack, which is the little like mini game that they put in it, which is super hard. Here's some more artwork. Look at that. Look at that nonsense. Still fruit, a semi-truck. That's pretty good. Here, let's zoom in a little.
Big Ben.
Big Ben. Now, when you zoom in, you can see how rudimentary it is. But still, it's impressive. I mean, you know, for what it is, Jesus. I can't produce that in this thing. Again, you just get more glossaries and methods of how to make things work. So, I mean, it is literally... And then, I don't know why they put a note page. You know, almost all the manuals have, like, a page for notes for passwords and things. Like, you need a note for Mario, but whatever. I like the little piece of artwork they did in the bottom, though. That Nintendo's... I like all the little Mario artworks in here. Nintendo's always been really good about the hand-drawn artwork that they do bother to put in their stuff. And there's just a lot of different versions of Mario in here that I like to look at. There, look at that picture. You know, that's good artwork right there. With Mario Paint, the most rudimentary thing ever. But let's look at this book, Mario Paint: The Player's Guide. I had this book. I remember it. But holy crap, did they get some? Because this is just like a walkthrough, man. It tells you exactly how to create the stamps they used and all this other stuff. And there's a bunch of other songs that are composed in here that you can plug in so you can listen to. A Really Ugly Picasso. And it explains to you, like, different paint styles, like the different eras and music history. At the very
bottom. A banana.
Yeah, oh, yeah, all the artwork? Yeah, just wait, dude. Yeah, there's a Bruce Springsteen album cover. I mean, not all the work is amazing, but here's, like, a bunch of stamp stuff, and it kind of explains that more. Gives you more stuff on animation, stamps. Here it just shows you everything that's available to you in the game already. Here's some music that you can plug in that's not in the game. Some stamps. Dr. Mario, the music for that. Some stamps for Dr. Mario. You know, I mean, they went through. Did stamps for Link to the Past, so you can put Link in there and play with him, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Star Fox music. Lemmings. Love Lemmings. Santa music. UFO. Statue of Liberty. Street Fighter. I mean, you know, the detail, the stamps on these Street Fighter things are pretty damn good. It's like, goof. Ninja Turtles. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's 123 pages long of this stuff. And there's just lots of stamps and music, Beethoven, blowing up the earth. But let's kick all the way to the back and look at some of the things they have created. So this is the artwork that they did for this thing, which I don't know about that. It's interesting. But that's pretty good. And then next, Caveman Walking a Dinosaur. That's pretty solid, polygonal. Look at that. Star Fox guys. Fish tank. I mean, legit. Steven Spielberg, Jaws, E.T. and Indiana. That is good. With this program, that's super impressive. Is it not?
It is, yeah.
Like,
and for people who don't know what Mario Paint is, they're probably looking at it and being like, okay, like, they're good at
oh, dude.
that, but, like, that's...
Someone spent some time on that right there. But wait. Blue Falcon. It gets better. There's a couple in here I remember. Sherlock Holmes. That's not amazing, but still pretty solid. Way better than anything I could do. Sailboat. You can't even really see the boat. Still Fruit. New York skyline. There's the Bruce Springsteen album cover. That's all.
I know that album cover.
Yeah.
I don't remember which album it's from.
And you can see that he's all done with an airbrush.
Yeah.
But it's still super impressive. And here's just more stamps and things. So yeah, like, it's really neat that they made this book to accompany it. Because, you know, for people like me, I remember when I was a little kid playing with this game, I couldn't do an art like any of this. So being able to come in here and do things like this right here, where you program the stamps and then you put them all together and I mean, that's like 35, 40 stamps. You But it was a neat that it gave me that ability. There's a big mural. I mean, look at all the stamps, dude. Not only did you have to program each square as a stamp, then you had to, like, put each square on the screen. It's a lot of
150 stamps.
It's a lot of effort. But, yeah, so it's really cool that they did all these, and this was a really neat... Here's Nestor, the Nintendo Power mascot. It's just neat that they put it all in there.
Wait, what?
Nintendo Power Magazine had a mascot. His name was Nestor.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, he's kind of creepy. Oh, here's something that was a game maker. You can make like, it shows you how to make like chess using Mario stamps and stuff like that. Yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the game here. Hey Rob, how's it going? Paint. You can actually find some Mario Paint music videos on YouTube. Yes, you can.
It is not using this Mario Paint. It is using a version that you can find online, which allows you to have sharps and flats.
Yeah, the point is someone has converted this. No.
Oh, sorry.
Now I'm going to have to redo it. Did you? We are going to load up the game here, but I got to reset. To get your mouse to work through the RetroPie, you have to change the controls. Alright, so we're going to start the game here. Don't click on them yet. So you can see here your title screen. And what's kind of neat here is they added a bunch of stuff to the front. So click on the M. All the letters do things. Oh, the A falls. You gotta wait for it to come back. That shrinks Mario. Click it again. The R runs away. It grows an eyeball. How'd they do? It's just kind of a neat little mini game they kind of programmed into it. Invert.
Some bomb.
Mario ducks. Little train chugging along in the background. And now this right here is something you feasibly could do. I always thought Mario was peeing on the background when he did that. So go ahead and close that up. Yoshi runs by. Just changes the music, really. And the N shows the credits and thanks all the people. Go ahead and click on them. I mean, you can watch a couple of them scroll in. They're just fade-ins, you know, Mario Paint staff tells you all the people who made it. Because there's no end to this game, so there's no credit roll. So they put it in there anyway here, so you could watch it. It's super high and we can't do anything about it. That's just the nature of using something that really wasn't intended. So kill that. I don't remember what the T does. Oh, it lets you kind of draw on here. So again, you can see that it's a real basic paint program. But anyway, go ahead and grab Mario. Let's get into the system here. Boop. And of course it had loading times because it had to load all your data. Bum, bum.
Oh boy.
So up at the top you can see your color swatches. And if you click the little blue guy, you get patterns and different patterns and more patterns and more patterns and more patterns. And here you get a bunch of stamps, which if you use a paint bucket, you can just paint the stamp a million times. But there are pre-made stamps, obviously. Lots of them. Lots of them. Lots of them. That last page, if you right-click, you'll go backwards. So there's just a bunch of different patterns you can use. Shapes, more stamps. It's animatable stamps, really. It's, you know, Mario and Yoshi walking. And then that last one is blank. That's where you would save your own stuff. You look across the bottom here. You've got 3 different size pencils. So you got your fine pencil, and then a little bit thicker pencil, and then a really fat pencil. And then Mario, I believe, is the stamper. It should be, if you click on him, you'll get a square stamp. Mario's Paint Speedrun, I suppose. Yeah, so there's your Stampy. So if you pick something like a tree up there and just click it on the screen once, you'll get a single tree. And then, of course, you have the next one is the airbrush, which is how a lot of the artwork in that Mario booklet was done, with the airbrush for shading and things. The circle in the middle is a shape maker, so you can do circles and squares, and then, you know, obviously drag those out to be bigger ovals or rectangles, blah, blah, blah. Your paintbrush is a fill option. So, like if Joey picks that blue glass thing there and then grabs the paintbrush down there, he can just fill the whole back of the screen with that.
That one?
Yeah. I think that's water.
I believe so. The other one looked more like glass, in my opinion.
What's funny is look how long it takes. It's so slow. It's something we are not used to now. Oh, it's combining the two. That's kind of hurts the eyeballs to look at. The right middle finger, or the finger down there, is a cut paste. So you drag a square as big as you want, and it'll cut. Well, it'll copy whatever you select, and then you can just move that square around. And when you click, it'll fill the area with it. So you put it down over your green there, it'll fill it with blue. The eraser is an eraser. It's a big square. Or you can click some of the things up there and it kind of gives you a neat erase effect just for funsies. That was one of my favorites too. And the sound that goes with it. And then the dog is a oops button. When you click him, he kind of... And he undoes whatever you just did. What else we got? Oh, so over on the left, that little yellow dot, if you select a stamper, so if you like go, do erase and blow the screen up real quick. It is kind of fun to play around in. So go through the stamps and find a Mario. Alright, so, grab Big Mario head. There you go. So he's facing right because you clicked that thing down there. So now it'd be upside down left, and then upside down right, and then it'd be normal left, and then right. So you could change the direction he's looking, basically, is all that is. The music's really good. I've always liked the music. It's very relaxing.
Weird. Snake.
Snake. Over on the bottom right, it's a little arrow that gets you to another set of menus.
Don't let me get over there.
So on the left is a page thing. You click that, and you click anything up there, and it just blam fills the screen with it. Bam. Yoshi's.
Oh.
And because you had the thing set to upside down, that's the way it put it.
Goose.
Untitled Goose Game.
One goose.
Yeah, the bomb drops out. The A is alphabeticals. Alphabets. So you press that one up there, and you'll get more letters, or you can change your languages.
Numbers.
Yeah, there's the different kanjis and everything. Japanese letters. I don't remember what... Oh, change the color of it. Erase, and then, of course, the dog is the oopsie.
That's to fix the direction it's going.
Yeah. So that's pretty basic. That is your stamp builder. So it's bit art. You get your little preview up there in the corner. What are you making?
You'll see.
I wasted a lot of time in this section when I was a little kid, man. Creeper head.
It's the only thing I've memorized what it looks like.
I mean, it's a creeper head. So then you hit save, and it'll let you put it in one of the blank stamper spots. There you go. And then one of the things that was nice is you could load the stamps that they already made. So you load, you click your button up there, you load Mario, and then you could change his outfit to green, and now you've got a Luigi stamp. And I always liked doing that because it gave me the artistic ability that I did not have. See, it's just something you can play with.
Now I have Luigi.
Let's see. That is the animation thing. It did have a rudimentary animation, 4, 6, or 9 panels, so you can make Mario running across the screen. Then you get your music composer. Let's go ahead and drop in here for a second. So we're not going to play with this at the moment, but you got 3 presets down there, so just grab one of them. Hit play. And I always enjoy messing with the tempo. I don't remember the little diamond-shaped preset. I think it's Twinkle Twinkle.
Little Star. Yep.
Yeah, and I don't remember what the mushroom head is. Toad. Baby.
The most uncomfortable baby noise ever.
Isn't it? Oh, it's disturbing, really. So those are the presets that are in there. It's nice that they're already there, but yeah, that Mario Paint book has about 50 different songs in it. Do you even know? Are you doing something specific?
Nope. No, I know.
Drop out of that. Let's finish exploring the menus here. So the robot is load and save. And a coloring book. Why don't you click that coloring? But you could load and save one picture in this thing, and it would also save your song and your stamps. But you can select a coloring page if you just want to color. So for little kids, this was nice. You could use your cut art tool and clip and decorate your cake and color those. I don't remember what the question block one was. Oh, undersea. That one would take a while if you did a lot of different colors. Go ahead and drop out of there. Drop out. Music note is the background music, so that's the bass one you're listening to. That's always been my favorite. It's the Me channel.
I was gonna say, that one sounds a lot like the Me channel.
Remember when you were playing the Me channel once on the
piano?
and I was like, "That's Mario Paint," and you're like, "No, it's the Me channel." I was like, "Dude, it is so close to Mario Paint, it's ridiculous." That's one of my favorites. And this one's kind of like a space theme, and then the last one is just silence. Yeah, the dog. Yeah, that was always my favorite. Here's your mouse sensitivity. You could speed it up. Again, yeah, you really want to lose control of it, knock yourself out. And then you can put a border. So if you wanted to take a picture of your paint that you did, and I remember in Nintendo Power, people would do that. They'd send in their pictures that they did with Mario Paint, and they'd post them. And then this last one's the mini game that's built in, which is called Gnat Attack. So you're a fly swatter trying to smack things. This game's freaking... The first couple levels are super easy, and then it gets really, really hard. I like it. Every time you hit one, do it. I like the music to this, too. Hornets, they're gonna get you. In your hand. Ah! Extra life. Ah!
Immediately lost it.
Way to go. Gotta get them hornets, man.
Oh, okay. So right-click pauses.
I say don't hover over it when it explodes. You can smack them down. Yeah, they're just bugs. And eventually, you get to the boss of the level, which is a really big bug. These little dudes, I think if you let them stop long enough, they like shoot out like a ring of fire or something stupid. It's really hard to not get hit by them if you don't kill them all. And boss.
Oh, oof.
Oh. Just stand on top and smack the piss out of him. He might not survive. No, he got you. Okay. Yeah. Burr, burr, burr. Kind of reminds me of the Duck Hunt dog. So anyway, I mean, that's Mario Paint. Stock simple. Just for entertainment, go ahead and click that robot head.
Oh.
Yep, hit load. Start. And this was such a slow process too. Saving and loading. This is something I did earlier, just for craps and grins. So you can see I colored in a picture of Mario. Look out. But, you know, whatever. And then, why don't you go ahead and do the left tool there. Just go up to white. White the whole board out. And bomb out. Go to the jump rope guy. Click animation. At the bottom, yeah. I already built one in there. Mario just running around. Real simple animation tool, and then he runs into a bomb and blows up. I mean, I just threw it in there just to be like, look, here's kind of a quick thrown together one, you know. But you could get pretty complicated. I remember my brother drew comic books, draws comic books, and he used to be pretty good at this, doing animations and things. I remembered watching him. You could speed it way up. And that's how I'm just, zoom. We're slowly down. Do, 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 do. And ba-bum. Huh? Boom. Alright. Alright, knock yourself out. Go crazy. Now you guys get to
Boy.
spend the next 30 minutes watching Joey do art of some fashion or another. He's a pretty big fan of the composer, but you're welcome to do whatever you want.
Well, we can't do the composer the entire time.
Yeah, no, that would take forever to do one song. But yeah, if people want to go, they can go to YouTube and look up Mario Paint music. And like Joey was saying at the beginning of the show when Rob brought it up, there is, if you look online, there are composers systems that are on there that you can play with that are Mario Paint but a little more advanced. And they have really gone all out, and you can get so many weird musics out of it that it's really kind of neat to go and listen to. So, I mean, that's totally worth it if you guys are interested in the composer. And there's the Mario like vine up there, the second from the right. You just stamp a bunch of them on top of each other and make a vine. What are you doing? I think it was supposed to be like glass or something, I don't know.
I agree.
But there you can see your brick pattern next to it too. Fence.
Yeah.
Eh. Make a big fat box.
Drop out of here.
Just getting your big squishy pencil and filling that in. There you go. Yeah, I would spend hours on this thing. What's nice is, I mean, we're playing this obviously on the RetroPie, but I do have Mario Paint in the other room with the mouse that still works. Unfortunately, I do not have the original, like, hard plastic mouse pad. I wish I had that still. But the mouse works, and it's a mouse ball, which was terrible, because mouse balls get dirty. And I remember it came with, like, this little J-shaped hard piece of plastic that it, you know, there was not in the instruction booklet for the game, but in the there was a manual just for the mouse, and it told you how to like clean the mouse out so it wouldn't stop working on you.
Creeper head.
There's a little house stand. There's the train that you saw at the beginning.
Oh,
You gotta grab his feet.
I wanted a full Mario.
That's it. Comes in 2 pieces.
Oh.
Yeah, you put his head on there, and then you gotta go get his feet and his body. It's kind of hard to line him up with this mouse too.
Is that his feet?
Yeah, it's him running instead of standing.
Oh,
You can slap a Yoshi in there.
where's the back of Yoshi's head?
It's on there. So see on the left side at the top
Oh, okay,
left,
yeah.
it shows you the whole stamp and what it would look like.
And we'll just give him all boop.
A little boop.
Yeah, look at that.
Throw a chimney on the house and then airbrush some smoke coming out of it. Yeah, so just put a thick square or something. There you go. Whoops. Bark.
It's not even a bark.
A squeak.
It's more of a baby noise than the baby noise is. Where's the airbrush?
I mean, it's, well, anything. You don't even have to pick a pattern. You can just pick the solid gray, and then when you click the airbrush down there, it's going to be all scattered. So. So yeah, there you go. Draw your little art. I mean, like I said, a product of its era. This is, you know, a very simplistic art program. But my bet is little kids would still like it. That's the copy paste.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to play with it some more. Just because I haven't played with it in years. That's the washout. Wait, don't hit the squeak dog. If you're gonna blank it out, use the erase function. Do something fun. Next page. It's
I haven't done that one.
yeah, it's just a rocket ship from the bottom of the screen. Yeah, the Rubik's Cube. Well, there's nothing there to erase. I think what that one does is it like cuts the screen into sections and then drags them off. And now you can only undo the last thing you did. So because you had already erased, and then you click the dog, or another erase, and you click the dog, it undid one erase and still left you a blank screen. But,
It's very hard to control.
yeah. And again, that just makes things like that Indiana Jones painting that much more impressive. Drawing a clownfish or something?
Yep. There we go. I'm guessing this just...
Yeah, it's just different size brushes.
And we did that one, we did that one. We haven't done this one. Alright. I like that one.
Yeah, it's just a boom. And the rocket ship. Yeah. I mean, that's it. Like I said, very basic, but fun. Surprisingly entertaining in the end. So I don't know a damn thing about music, but you got your 3/4 and your 4/4. What's that, your measure?
Yeah. No. 3/4 and 4/4 is the time signature. 3/4 is typically used for waltz. 4/4 is typically used for like everything else.
See, I don't know a damn thing about music. You do.
Where is... shoot.
Can't go higher than that.
Yeah.
Trying to think how to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the composer takes a long time to get anything out of.
So let's scroll a bit. Hold on. So we're gonna go with those two. Yeah, okay.
Ah! Scintillating TV here. We knew it would be. I mean, you're watching Paint. What the hell do you expect?
You're watching paint dry.
I said that on the Twitter, and I said, get ready to watch Paint dry. We're getting ready to play Mario Paint. I mean, Jesus, what'd you expect, from something this simple? But I do like the different noises, so I don't know that. Have you clicked on all of them?
Not yet.
Yeah, like Yoshi's like a, or the sound where he's like jump on Yoshi. He's like, you got the dog, the cat, the pig. I think the Game Boy makes like a beep noise.
So we got Mario. It's a drum.
So there you go. Now you have played with the composer online, right?
Yeah.
Have you done anything impressive with it? Like programmed full songs, I guess. I don't mean it, it's the greatest.
It's like
thing ever,
half a song, but
half a song. You can find some neat stuff that people have done, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't pretend to think that composing music for real is a easy endeavor or something that would go quickly. But composing music in Mario Paint is a long, laborious process. I don't like it. I wouldn't want to do it.
shoot.
What?
Is there an erase button?
Yeah, erase right there. It's the E.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Squeak.
It was off by a measure. Or I guess a beat.
I swear every time we're recording, your mom plays with the dogs. So this Saturday, we're going to be playing Super Play Action Football, new football game. You're getting some tone out of it. And then sometime between now and Sunday when we do Street Fighter, we're going to have to watch Street Fighter the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. You don't know bad movies yet. You got so many bad movies coming from this stupid endeavor of ours. Street Fighter's there. After that, though, coming up is Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. So we're going to watch an old Ninja Turtles movie, and those movies are awesome. So I know that black bar will stop it. Like, that's the end. You use that and it ends it.
It changes, I believe.
Whatever the hell this ends at.
That to a repeat.
No.
No, okay.
It just cuts it. So if you put that down at, like, measure 9 or wherever you're
It just
at.
ends it there.
Yeah, that's where it'll end your thing.
Okay.
And then you can hit loop and just run the song continuously or something, What?
Thinking.
It makes me wonder, like, so for that Mario Paint book where they had all that music and stuff already in there, like, did they hire a composer to do that? or was that legitimately just someone playing around with it forever and figured it out? Like, I'm assuming it's composers, probably the people that actually wrote the damn music.
I forgot you can only put 3 notes on one measure.
Very limited. It's neat the different tones you can manage, though. Dun, 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 dun.
Whoops.
Too far.
Yeah, that's a bad note.
3 things there already.
Yep.
Now play it with the tempo at max. That was always one of I thought the funnest thing was just messing with how fast it played. And then you turn to chipmunks, so I was like 9:47, I'd say that's close enough to our 10-minute review. So let's talk about the final thoughts here. Visual presentation I think the visual presentation's fine. Everything looks good in here. The menus are thorough and easy to figure out and memorize. The artwork for what it is. I mean, there are art assets in here. All the pre-made stamps and textures and coloring book stuff is good. What do you think? You can't while you're composing, huh?
Yeah.
It shuts down.
I'm trying to remember something. I'm gonna have to have you repeat what you said.
Visual presentation.
I mean, it doesn't look the greatest unless you're really good at, painting with it, but...
I mean, what about the layout of the thing itself? Ooh, pardon me, yawning. How did they lay out the menus? The art assets that are in there, the stamps are pretty good. The coloring book's all right.
I agree.
I mean, the way the game looks, or the game, I mean, it's really not a game. It's an application. It's a paint application, but it all looks okay. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, again, 92, we didn't get our first home computer in my house until 1996. So this was it. This is what we had, and we had this for 6 years, or 4 years, sorry, before we got a home PC. So that says something right there, Now, my buddy Chris, growing up, he had a computer, but they were expensive. They were a luxury item. Not that the Super Nintendo wasn't a luxury item for a lot of people, but we did have Nintendos. Sound. What do you think of the sound?
I mean, we don't have it very loud, but I think the sound is pretty decent.
I mean, for the most part, the menus are just different clicks and beeps and boops. I do like the fact that there is a background track, and they've got 3 of them on there for you to choose. I like the one that's the Me channel, or what is eventually got maybe altered just slightly into being the Me channel. It's a very calm, relaxing track. Nice to listen to. Overall, what do you think of the entirety of it? Would you recommend it? Would you play it again? Do you find it interesting?
I find it enjoyable, especially doing this. I really enjoy the music making aspect of it.
I mean, based on the internet and the fact that people have ported this into a different program and added to it, it's clearly the part that aged the best. Like, people still use it and have developed it further than what it was or is. So that part aged well. The rest of it, though, like we said, is just a paint program. It's nothing particularly impressive to write home about. Would I recommend it? I mean, if you have a younger child, they'd probably still get some mileage out of it for a while. But there's nothing you can do in Mario Paint that you can't do better through a free application on your computer anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even the composer's been put on the internet and made better. You could put more notes, and it's got
more control.
Yeah, you know, it's just so everything that this does, you can do better now, easier. So does the game age well? No, not particularly. But you know, like I just said, if you have a little kid, they'd probably still be entertained by it. I kind of want to play with it again now that I'm sitting here. I mean, I probably won't, because as soon as we're done with this, we're going to go to bed. But it is what it is. So, do you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
I give it a thumbs up.
You
I
give it a
really
thumbs
enjoy
up?
Mario Paint as much as I can't paint with it.
I think I have to give it a thumbs down. The game does not age particularly well. There is not a particular reason to go back and play it other than nostalgia. You know, when we look at a lot of games, we go, is this game worth playing again? Is it worth recommending to people? And many of them are. This, I don't think it is, and that's just because it's been replaced by better programs, you know, that are just up to date. I mean, it just is what it is. Do I like Mario Paint? Yes, I like Mario Paint. I have rose-colored glasses. I blew hours upon hours upon hours of my childhood playing with this damn thing. So I like it, but I think I have to give it a thumbs down. So there you go. One thumb up, one thumb down for Mario Paint, August 1st, 1992. Not terrible, not amazing. Bless you.
Thank you.
Let me play that fly swatter game before we're done. What in the hell is that? Shh.
Hold on, let me fix that real quick.
Fix what? You're gonna color his whole body black. I told you. He's got the plague.
You know.
What? I was trying to draw over it. Easier said than done.
There we go. That works.
That's fish
Fish.
enough. Fly swatter me. God, the mouse is so loose.
It's very, very sensitive, which makes this game very difficult.
Come here, you bastard.
Could you change the sensitivity of the mouse in the
Nope.
pie settings?
Tried.
Ah.
Come here, you little bastard. Ah!
I like the sound they make when they, I guess, hit the ground.
The boop.
No, the thud. No, only the bomb can make the noise.
Now, if I remember correctly, you can only save 6 lives. 1,000. Keep taking my lives. That's fine. I'll kill you by the end of it. Got him. Boom. And then a little gnat comes down and Mario boops it. Boop. And then the colors of the tiles change because you made it to level 2.
Ooh, now you're playing on ice.
Or maybe instead of being in the bathroom, I'm playing on the kitchen counter now. It's hard to say. So, good lord, it's so hard to control. The music's different.
You didn't ID for your computer.
I did not realize I plugged my computer. Did not unplug it. Oh well. Well, I think that's a good place to stop then.
Your computer's about
Yeah,
to
no
die.
kidding. So Saturday night we'll be here for Super Play Action Football. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. Have a good night.
See ya, guys.
One thumb up, one thumb down for Mario Paint.